my channel. So last week you saw the video where I went to that really big estate sale in that old home, and we got to see a lot of antiques. So today is going to be the video that I show you some of the things I picked up. Some would I grabbed for myself, and then maybe a couple more items to resell. They did have things priced up a little bit high there, and we went back on the last day, which was 50% off day, so we grabbed a couple more things. And so I'm going to go ahead and show you what I got from each of those days. So it was the same estate sale, but two different days that we went. So behind me is actually one of the first items that y'all saw me pick up, and that's this corner shelf, and I'll give y'all a better look at it at the end of the video, but it fit really nice in my in that space there, so I thought I'd have it there. But I picked that up for myself because I have been looking for a corner shelf, an older one, to put in a place in my house, and I had they're usually priced up pretty high. This one was actually in pretty decent condition. It had some issues, some kind of cosmetic issues, needed a good cleaning, so I've already done that. I've added the wood oil, and then I added a little varnish to some of the areas that the wood had been kind of chipped off. And then for the rest of what I picked up, so we'll start. I've got things on both sides of me. So I grabbed this little knife. It was a souvenir from Houston, Texas. I don't know what year it would have been from, but it has a little sheath that has the souvenir Houston, Texas here, and it is leather. And then the handle is like a plastic, and I need to find out if that might be Bakelite. I know that can be really popular if it is. So that's really why I picked that up, and it didn't have a price on it, and I can't remember what they ended up charging me for it. It might have been like $3 on that. And you saw this guy in the video. He was in the one of the upstairs room. They didn't have a whole lot of Christmas stuff, but this was just sitting there. I was kind of surprised nobody had grabbed it. He was $2. He's just a little ceramic, likely a hobbyist piece, Santa, and he does stand. So I'm not quite sure if I'll use him or where he'll end up just yet, but I thought he was pretty cute for $2. And then there's this Philips Magnesia tablets bottle. So I always pick up old bottles. I think that one was $4, and it has its cap. I know sometimes you find old bottles, they don't have their cap, and I really like that the label is still on that. It's intact on that. So, but it's that cobalt blue. I do collect old bottles, so I'm not. I might end up keeping this with my collection. I do have quite a few, so I don't know. And then there was this. It's kind of a rusty old can, but it's a gasoline measuring can. It might have had I don't know what that would have been for. It has like a little spout here, so for pouring out. But it's older. I paid $4 for it. I'll clean it up. Okay. This piece, I'm not sure where it came from. I don't remember picking this up. I kept looking to see if maybe there was a lid. It was $10, so I wouldn't have bought this. It also has a big chip at the bottom. This company, they do something. It is a really good idea. While you're shopping, you can place your things on a holding table, and they'll go ahead and itemize it for you and wrap it up. And then when you're all done, you just take it up to their cashier, and they just read the list, everything itemized, pay for it, and you're ready to go. Somehow I ended up with this. I don't know. We didn't pick it up, so somehow it got put in with our stuff. I don't even know what to do with it because it has the chip, so this will probably just end up getting donated. I guess it's a glass of some sort. I looked to see if there was a set, but I'm wondering if maybe there was a set with somebody else and maybe I accidentally got somebody else's. I hope not, but I'm not real sure how I ended up with that. Also, they had a big tub of tins. Not all their tins were old. Some of the older tins had higher prices, like really high prices. I don't know where they get their prices from. When I put things for sale, I check comps online, and I usually use that as my range of how I price something. So I don't know why some of that stuff was priced up so high, but this one I think ended up being, it was like $2 for a tin, and it is dirty. I'll clean it. It just says all natural dog treats, peanut butter bones. So it was a tin, a little dog bone Christmas tin. And I don't, from the looks on the outside of it, it may not be too old, but I just thought that was it was a unique shape that I hadn't seen before, or a unique tin that I hadn't seen before, so I went ahead and grabbed that. Alright, another item that needs a good cleaning is this glass dish. It has a flower frog in it, so this would have been for flower arrangements. It was $3. It does look to have some fading on it, but the reason why I picked it up is on the bottom. It says Czechoslovakian. Okay, so on the bottom it does say trademark Coronet Czechoslovakia. I can't read the rest, but I know that Czechoslovakian glass can be good. This one does possibly, because of conditioning issues, will affect that. The flower frog is attached. I was trying to see, I think it's like glued on. I don't know if I could get this cleaned up enough to do anything with it, but I thought for $3 I'll give it a try and see. I picked up these playing cards. They say Congress playing cards. They were $2. And the reason why I grabbed these is because they have, let's see, there's 2 decks in here. One has a silver background and the other's gold, but it's the same design. It looks like she's on a sailboat there. Kind of an old-fashioned, like her swimsuit. She's standing against the sail. I don't know. I think I looked up these cards. Some of them can do well. I did wish they were different prints on each one, but they are all the same, so I'm not quite sure what those will bring, but $2, went ahead and grabbed them. The box is not in the best shape either. It's good, but it's still intact, so a lot of old stuff. You could tell it had been stored for a while. Then I picked up this little vase. It was $3. It's pottery, and it has USA on the bottom. So I just like the handles on the side. It's the handles that give the look of someone with their hands on their hips. So, and I like that color blue, so I picked that up. Oh, yeah, so then I picked him up. He's a little toy snake, articulated. He's not, this articulated snake. He was $2. I can't tell what he's made out of. Maybe like a paper mache. I think initially I thought leather, but I think it might be like a paper mache. And he doesn't work as well anymore. He'd be more just to kind of hang out and display. But anyways, I went ahead and grabbed him. I had never seen anything like that before. And this is something you may have seen also. Jeffrey picked this up. My husband Jeffrey was with me, and he found it was, they call it a liquor jug, and this was $10. The Greybeard blended Scotch whiskey. Now he'll keep this. This is another one. He went to pull that lid off, and the cork, it came right out of the cork. The cork is stuck inside of there. Those old corks do not hold up after so many years. But this is the other side, the label on the other side. So, and then on the bottom it says made in Scotland, and it's a like a ceramic. So he'll keep that for him. So this is something Jeffrey found in one of the rooms, and it is a stack of albums, or actually I'll show you, they're more like scrapbooks, but what they say here are Kodak Library. They're, let's see, they show photos with poems, and I was looking to see if there were any dates. Here's one with an old car. Oh, I'm going to read this one. This one says, out in the byways and highways of the furthermore ends of the earth sits the little white schoolhouse that gives with its prim a rigid face. The inner man his worth of learning. Schoolhouse. This is a schoolhouse in rural Louisiana. See if you can see that there. They took these old photos and just wrote poems with them. I wish there were dates on here because I don't see any dates. I thought one had a date, but I don't see it. So it looks like they took a trip to Louisiana and they just took photos, and because a lot of these photos are from Louisiana. If you can see, so that's pretty exciting to find. This one's a little bit fuller. I hadn't even looked at all these, but the family was from Germany, so it looks like this particular album might have some of the photos from there, but these are pretty interesting. Let's see. Now this one is dated. I cannot read the writing on that, but I do read it says 1926. And then this one is just photos, and I couldn't tell you where any of these are, but this is a piece of history that we have in these albums, so not sure what we'll do with those, but those are, glad to have picked those up. I almost forgot to show this vase. Just a green vase. It was $6, but I picked this up because it is marked on the bottom Hager USA, and I know Hager pottery is supposed to be something good, so I picked it up in good condition. I don't know what this particular one would go for. It's not very big, but I thought it was kind of an interesting shape as well, and the color I thought was pretty on that. I believe that was it from the first day that we went. The second day, or it was Sunday we went back. It was half off day. So this is some of the items I picked up then. Okay. So, let's see. They're all still in the bag, so I'll just go through the bag, but this already. So then we went back on Sunday and it was half off day, and these are some of the items I found. I ended up grabbing this. I was going back and forth on it. So the regular price on it was $8, but I got it for $4. The reason why I did is because it still has the little serving spoons. You know, it seems to be in good condition. The only thing is it looks like a little bit of rusting around that rim, so I'm going to have to see if I can clean that up really good. But a lot of times you find these serving dishes and they're missing the spoons, but this one had all three, and I thought that was pretty neat. This handle's wooden here, and then it's plastic here, so I don't know. Let's see if I can tip it without dropping anything. I don't think it has a name on it, but I thought that was kind of a neat piece. So everything else is still in the bag. Let's see. Here's this. This is a square tablecloth, and it is very discolored. I'm gonna clean it and see if I can get it clean, but I have to be careful because this material is delicate. And I kept contemplating it because it wasn't in the best shape, but I was looking at the work here. It has like glass beading in this design, and it has that all the way around. And I like that it's square, so pretty. I think I paid $2. I think that's what the tag said for, so yeah, I would have paid $2 for that. What else did I get? Can't remember everything I picked up. Oh, I know what I got here. I thought these are neat. They're called these are these little glasses. Van Stampede Ballroom Make Mine Western. And they're a little Western girl. Well, this one says Make Mine Western, and this one says Make Mine Country. So I'll sell those together. They would have been half off of $7, and I'll put these in my booth. I'll find out. I'll have to look them up to see what those would go for, but yeah. And then I got this tin. It's Hallmark typewriter ribbon. The manufacturing code is Dallas, Texas. It's empty. I believe they didn't have prices when I went up there, so I believe they charged me $1.50 for each of these. So there's this one. Now this one is All Makes typewriter ribbon out of Houston, Texas. Are you using All Makes superior quality typewriter carbon? If not, try it. And it actually does have some inside there. So, I'm not going to touch it, but anyways, grab those. And this one I paid $2 for. It is Supre Presents Stock Cream Deodorant for daily use or often as necessary. So it's just this, it's like a milk glass jar, the lid. I think it still has some in it. Yeah, there's still some in there. I'm not going to touch it either. If I was to sell this online, I would clean it out. If I put it in the booth, I'm not sure. I might keep it as is and just clean the jar up on the outside. And then I ended up, you saw the table that they had with all the old hats and hat boxes. The hat boxes were priced up, or else I'd have grabbed a couple of the hat boxes were priced up, but on half off day the hats ended up being a pretty good deal. So I paid $4 for this one. It's just a black cap, and it is Union Made, USA, Claude St. Cyr, or Cyr, C-Y-R, Paris, and it has this lining on the inside, real pretty, and then it has the bow here, which I'm assuming would be the back side of it. So, I like this material. It feels real soft and velvety. Just trying to see if it tells. Anyways, I grabbed that one. This one better. It has real pretty flowers. I don't know if that would have covered all of them. I don't know. But then it has this little bell here. So I think this would have been the back side maybe. It's got this little frame here, and then you have your velvet here. I thought that was real pretty. Okay, so I do have one more thing to show, and it is this butter churn. So we got this on the half-off day. We were surprised it was still there, but they did have it priced at $125. So we went back to see if it was still there that last day, and it was. So usually they're priced at really high, or they're cracked or broken, but this one is still. I think there's a chip right here on the edge, right there. But otherwise, it's in good condition. Nothing broken or cracked. A lot of their Crocs were. I would have picked up some of their bigger Crocs, but a lot of those were cracked. And even for decor. I mean, I guess if you wanted to use it for decor, you weren't going to do anything with it, that would be fine. But anyways, I was glad to be able to get back, and we were able to get this. It's hard to show these bigger items, so I'm going to try to show some close-ups. So I'll have to get my camera out where I can get it up closer, and I'm going to try to go ahead and show you this shelf as well.